As this is a conversation that many people in the broader internet and YouTube community are participating in, I wanted to talk about how it is a serious issue within the ASMR community, and that is deepfake content. I'm sure many of you are already aware how this topic even came into conversation recently, but I'll give you the basics. A Twitch streamer by the name of Atriarch was essentially caught red-handed whilst live streaming and tabbing through his internet browser of him paying and purchasing for deepfake pornographic content of his Twitch peers. At first, deepfake content was almost like a meme when it first started becoming popular because the graphics and the technology was so crude. But as time has gone on, many of you will agree that deepfake content has become scarily realistic. And this has been a huge problem within the ASMR community, particularly for women. Sexualized and not suitable for work ASMR is already an established genre, and many people already know about it. People go out of their way to consensually create that sort of content. But there are creators out there who have no interest in producing that sort of work and yet are blameless victims and have their faces basically stolen from them and put on these videos. It is frankly so unbelievably disturbing to know that you can't do anything about it and that no matter what you do, someone can just take your face and put it on a video against your will. For the longest time, I couldn't ever really relate to what these women were going through until I found deepfake content of myself, which was, yeah, you can imagine how disturbing that was. Thankfully, it doesn't really have any views. I guess people aren't really interested in Jojo deepfakes, but regardless, it's seriously, even though no one has really seen it and I somehow stumbled across it, it seriously affects me mentally, and I can totally see why women would say that it affects how and where they feel safe, and it dictates how they go about themselves online, and it makes them look over their shoulder wherever they go or whatever they do on the internet. Yeah, it's very creepy. To know firsthand that someone is out there actively going out of their way to produce some sort of video about me against my will, and to know that I can't really do anything about it is... yeah, it's weird. The fact that it's almost indistinguishable to be able to tell the difference between if it's a deepfake or not is even worse because of the broad scale effects that it can have in your life, from your family, from your friends, to potential work and jobs. It's just terrifying. There are people out there who are even trying to have the take that it is somehow the victim's fault for this, as they are the one that is uploading videos to the internet and so they should be aware of the risks. Is just an awful take, because you shouldn't have to watch behind your back that someone's going to make a deep fake of you for trying to have a business online. Like, that's just ridiculous. This has actually been a relevant conversation in the past 2 months within the ASMR community, as GB on her second channel made a really great video, and heart-wrenching one at that, where she sort of talks about her experience about being subjugated to deepfake content against her consent. And something which is a scary trend I've started to notice about people who have been subjugated to having their identity stolen and having deepfake videos made about them is that a lot of the time, the people who are making these videos of these victims are people that they actually know. Imagine how disturbing it would be to know that maybe a friend that you have has been secretly making deepfake content about you. It's just terrifying. One small inkling of positivity, though, in GB's story was that a person approached her basically telling her that they might have been able to figure out the identity of the person responsible for making this deepfake website. This bozo was basically caught making deepfake content of 7 people that he knows in his high school. And so one of the victims was able to essentially figure out who this was. They now know where he lives, they know his address, they know his identity, they know his place of work, and so they're able to hopefully pursue some sort of litigative process. I recommend checking out the links in the description down below for My Image, My Choice, as well as the signed petition that you can go to right now, where people are actively trying their best to fight against deepfake content. And the worst part is that it's most likely here to stay, and that no matter what we do in any sort of legal or governmental or process, deepfake content is probably just not going to go anywhere. And it's something we're going to have to somehow learn how to deal with and navigate as the technology advances and gets more and more impressive. So it's scary stuff. That's it. That's the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.